Hey there, MJ traders and investors. It's Rod with Pow Group. Welcome back on The Pursuit of Wealth, your home for MJ stocks, crypto assets, news, and interviews. Also home to the best MJ community. Today is Sunday, June 2nd. Hope you're having a great weekend. Going to do another rapid fire news update for the period May 25th to the 31st. Again, not deep dive details, just a high level overview of all the pertinent news pieces that happened over the last week. And I try to keep these videos around 10 to 15 minutes. Was busy yesterday, so didn't get time to get it out, but we're getting to it today. And Oilers play tonight. Let's see if they can clinch. And it's my dog's birthday, so I'm going to try to keep this one a little bit shorter today. Before we get to it, though, make sure to smash the like. It helps support me in the channel. If you're new, you can subscribe, tick the bell, all that good stuff. You'll be notified on any future videos or when I go live. Also, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. You can also follow us over on X, formerly Twitter. The handle for that is @GroupPow. Going to be using that as my platform of choice going forward. Jumping right into it, Biden's re-election strategy is to get more people to smoke MJ, GOP senator claims. So obviously, MJ is going to be a big part of political campaigning going forward, and crypto and MJ are stealing the show here. So we know the Dems and Biden, his administration, are kind of taking a 180 on crypto. Let's see if we can get the GOPs and maybe the other side of the aisle to take a 180 on MJ. Imagine if we had two parties supporting both. That could make for an interesting end to the year and into 2025. Entourage Health reports first quarter 2024 financial results. They achieved $16.4 million in total revenue and marks first EBITDA positive quarter. If you're interested, you can dive into that in more detail. Also, Organogram signs 3-year supply agreement with Avita Medical in the UK. We also have High Tide to announce second fiscal quarter 2024 financial results, and that's going to be for the quarter ended April 30th, 2024. And that'll be after markets close on Thursday, June 13th, 2024. I'll definitely be covering that. You can expect an earnings prep video and an earnings review video following that. Also, Biden drugs are hints at interstate commerce if MJ is rescheduled. Ultimately, this is where we're going to go. It's going to be treated just like alcohol and tobacco, medicine in the future. And eventually you'll see, not just interstate, you'll see interprovincial or inter-country, right? You're going to see export to and from. We already have MSOs becoming LPs, LPs becoming MSOs, Canopy looking to acquire acreage, and recently Cureleaf just acquired Northern Green Canada. So we're already seeing it happen, and it's just a matter of time before we get descheduled as the ultimate goal. Matter of when, not if. Delaware governor signs bill to expand medical MJ access by letting doctors recommend it for any condition, as we continue to see the world embrace medicine of the future. Also, in more positive developments, we have the South African president signing MJ legalization bill into law as game theory continues to play out more and more countries, more and more states, and it's just an inevitability, right? This is only going to ever happen once, and we're here to experience it all. So I'm just grateful to be alive and, kind of following this space. It's definitely a journey and greener pastures ahead, that's for sure. No pun intended. We have Goodness Growth seeking $860 million from Verano in failed MJ acquisition, so we'll keep tabs on that, see what happens there. We have CBD, another study finding that CBD is effective in treating anxiety, depression, and poor sleep, which CBN is another one as well, but I think, we pretty much already knew that. Definitely not new information, but nice to see more studies starting to, kind of back that and support that. Also, Cureleaf expands its product portfolio with the launch of Select Fruit Stick. So if anybody's tried these, let me know. Well, obviously they just launched it, so if you do try it in the future, let me know. Decibel announced first quarter results as well, and that was for the period ending March 31st, 2024. They had national market share of 6% in Q1 2024. Net revenue was $21 million. If you want to dive into that, feel free to do so on your own time. We also have MJ technology firm Agrify regaining NASDAQ compliance. We have Texas activists turning in signatures to put MJ decriminalization on Lockhart ballot this November. And we know that adult use is on the ballot for Florida. And I think there's a good chance of that happening. And Ohio coming online this month. Pennsylvania, New Hampshire looking to become the 25th state to legalize. And if we get Florida as well, then we're going to have 26. So again, it's just an inevitability that's playing out right before our eyes. And if you need more confidence and reassurance in this space, that should be enough right there, right? Pretty much half the United States already legal at the adult use level. So something has to give eventually. Also, Tilray subsidiary, Good Supply, twist your taste buds 3 ways. MJ brand launches Twisted all-in-one vapes. So similar to that news that just came out with Cureleaf. I'll be keeping an eye out on those, and if anybody comes across them and has tried them, let me know. Also, did a video on this, but Cannabis Growth reported fourth quarter and fiscal year 2024 financial results. Stock popped quite a bit on the news. I think it had to do with the fact that they didn't have any debt due until March of 2026, but pretty much came back, gave back all of the gains. So just another pump and dump. But if you haven't seen my video with Cannabis Growth, they did have a pretty big miss in terms of EPS and a slight miss on revenue. But I did a video going into the review. So if you haven't seen that, you can check that out. Also, the Drug Enforcement Administration proposal to reschedule MJ is set to be finalized by October, according to a DEA official. And I covered this in a previous video, but it said it's possible the review could be completed even quicker, with a finalized ruling coming by the end of September, but as soon as the end of August. So this is something I've been echoing for a while now, that I think it's going to happen before the elections, because if it doesn't, it's just going to be Biden's political death sentence, right? And again, I'm from Canada. I'm not trying to endorse one side of the aisle over the other. I just want what's best for MJ. And I think the most likely scenario is we're going to get this enacted. I thought there was a slight chance that we get descheduling, but the more time goes on, it's looking like it's pretty much a surefire bet that we're going to get Schedule 3 enactment and finalized before the elections. We have to, right? Well, they have to, because that's the whole reason why Biden got the White House, in my opinion, and a lot of experts' opinions, and the Dems taking control of the Senate as well. So like I said, if they don't do it, there's going to be a lot of ticked off people. So I think that's the most likely scenario. And then over the course of the next, call it maybe a year or two, we'll continue to see more and more European countries, more and more states, and eventually the U.S. will follow suit as well, in my opinion, and we'll deschedule it as the ultimate scenario. Also, MJ Operators Consortium and RIV Capital are merging. We have Trulieve MJ landing 2 Ohio licenses in settlement with Black-owned operator. So scooping up 2 retail licenses in Ohio ahead of the launch of adult use sales in that state as part of a lawsuit settlement. So that's another win for Trulieve, and they're just absolutely dominating the Florida market. So this is coming at a pivotal time. We also have MJ terpenes as effective as morphine for pain relief and have fewer side effects, new study finds. Again, medicine of the future continues to reign true. And, again, a lot of us know that this is probably the case, but the fact that more and more studies are reinforcing this, and the more that we get, descheduling, that's going to encourage, the NASDAQ and the NYSE, these U.S. major exchanges, to list them. It's going to encourage banking more than likely, and it's going to create more, trials, clinical trials and studies, right? So we're going to have more research, and it's just really tip of the iceberg. And what if it comes out that it cures cancer? We pretty much already know that it has some sort of therapeutic benefit with regards to combating cancer. And the endocannabinoid system in the in the human body, we have 2 endocannabinoid systems in our body, right? So it's basically ingrained in our DNA and in our biology. So exciting times. Also did a video on this, but Acreage reported first quarter 2024 financial results. They had a debt default and a deficit of $775 million. If you haven't seen that, check it out. But revenue dropping. Consolidated revenue was $45.3 million from a prior year ago. It was $56 million, and couldn't be coming at a better time. This merger with Canopy, right, and Ohio coming online as well, which we know Acreage has a big footprint there. So I think, like I said, couldn't be a better time. And if you haven't seen that video, check it out. I go into deep dive detail. Also, another interesting article: California officials warn that Jones Soda's, Mary Jones hemp-based THC beverages, are unsafe. And we know they have a partnership with Tilray, and that is going to bring these Mary Jones into Ontario to start, and then more than likely BC and Alberta, and the rest to follow suit. But we'll see. We'll continue to follow this development in this story. But I've always said for a while now that I think Jones Soda could be a potential buyout target of Tilray or another company. But the fact that they're partnered with Tilray now definitely sways things in Tilray's favor. And we'll see what happens with this. This could, this is going to be interesting. And it'll be a while before it comes to like Quebec or something like that, because we know that Quebec has even more stringent laws. So very strict over there. They have laws, I always joke, for sneezing the wrong way over there. But at the end of the day, it's just like the can says, start low, go slow. And that's how all of these companies are going to, or countries and states and provinces and, governments around the world are going to do it. And as we know, there's the incumbents, right? There's the people with the most to lose, and those are big alcohol, big pharma, big tobacco. Like I said, you're seeing all of these articles that terpenes are, more effective than, opioids and other alternatives, and CBD great for, obviously seizures and epilepsy, things like that, right? So medicine of the future. I've never been more confident in this plant medicine, and like I said, just grateful to be alive and it seems like every single week when I do these videos, there's just no shortage of amazing news. Obviously, there's bad news in the sector, but it's mostly just price action related, right? We're just getting investor fatigue and sick and tired of seeing numbers go down, right? We want number go up. All right, going to end it there. It's Rod with Pow Group. Thanks again for joining us in the Pursuit of Wealth. Let me know what you think of this news. Go Oilers, go. Hope you have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll see you again on the next video.